Now, Luhyas are the second largest community in terms of population in Kenya. So when it comes to the election, no one can ignore this community. And Moses Kuria, the Gatundu Member of Parliament, has been using the number of Luhya leaders who attend the State House meeting when President Uhuru Kenyatta is meeting with the political party leaders to give a warning to the Central Region people who are the first in terms of population in Kenya. They are the highest. In one way, Moses is sending a warning to the Central Region people that they need to unite. But again, in one way, Kuria is also sending another message to the people from Mulembe Nation. And this is something that if you are a Luhya, you shouldn't be celebrating that you have more people attending President Uhuru Kenyatta's meeting at State House when he is meeting the political party leaders. Because the first time when President Uhuru Kenyatta was meeting the political party leaders, there was Mudavadi who was ANC, Senator Wetangula who is coming with Ford Kenya, and then Raila Amolo Odinga tagged along Governor Oparanya in that meeting. Oparanya is not a party leader, lakini Raila anaingia na yeye kule. So when Moses Kuria sees such things, he's telling Central Region, look here, you see these guys have so much numbers that are attending President Uhuru Kenyatta meeting at the State House, and we don't have. But there is another explanation to that. So, as we are heading to 2022 general election, the Luhya matrix is going to play a key role. But before I go deep into that explanation, I have a humble request from you. You might be watching me and you have not yet subscribed. My humble request, please consider subscribing so that any other time, once we come out with a video like this, you will always get notified. And again, in one way, you will be helping us to grow this platform. Again, to all the returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Then before I forget, there is one of our friends here, TB, who sent me a cup of tea. So I give a shout out to you. Thank you so much for just encouraging us, even in our small way. You decided to encourage us. May God bless you. And now let us get back to our discussion. So, I was explaining to you when Raila Amolo Odinga tagged Oparanya alongside him when they were meeting Uhuru Kenyatta. And remember, all these meetings these leaders have been having are purely political meetings, in my own view. Though they want to make it look like they're discussing something else. So, the first time, we had 3 Luhyas in that meeting. And now, yesterday, when President Uhuru Kenyatta also had another meeting, the number of Luhyas have increased from 3, and now we are talking about 4. So Raila again tagged Governor Oparanya alongside him in that meeting. Wetangula went there. And now Mudavadi also decided to tag the Vihiga woman rep, Mama Beatrice Adagala, in that meeting. So that make 4 Luhya leaders in that meeting with President Uhuru Kenyatta. And now, again, if you check the statement from the State House, when they held the first meeting, they mentioned all the individuals who attended that meeting. And the name of Oparanya was mentioned. And this time around, when they were attending the second meeting, they mentioned the political party leaders who were in that meeting, but I never saw the name of Oparanya being mentioned. The name of Beatrice Adagala was not mentioned anywhere. So in that way, they started to mute about mentioning these 2. So in my view, when Uhuru is talking about meeting with the political party leaders, it is supposed to be just purely the political party leaders and not entertaining other people into that meeting. But when President Uhuru Kenyatta allows Oparanya in that meeting, it tells you one thing, that Uhuru and Raila are focusing on either dividing the Luhya vote through using someone like Oparanya, just in case Musalia Mudavadi is not going to play the ball. So Oparanya staying in that meeting is a warning to Musalia Mudavadi. You either play the ball, but if not, there is someone here who can replace you. Though in my own view, I still believe that Oparanya cannot replace Musalia Mudavadi in any way. Because if we go with the fact, even Oparanya, where he comes from, Butere constituency, his member of parliament is an ANC, Tindi Mwale, Honorable Tindi Mwale. He's a member of ANC. His MCA is ANC. So even in his own town, the person who's presenting him is a Musalia man. The support that Raila Amolo Odinga has enjoyed from Western region is purely by his own effort. You can't count that on Oparanya. But what I understand is that there is some support that Raila Amolo Odinga might need from Musalia Mudavadi. So even if the presence of Oparanya is in that meeting, it does not add any value and it does not send a positive message to the Luhya people. Because in one way, no one is believing in Oparanya leadership. Remember, when they were having a by-election in Matungu constituency, ODM did not want to fill a candidate. But Oparanya insisted for him to salvage his image in Western region, he will need to fill a candidate, and he was expecting to win that by-election. Remember, Oparanya is a sitting governor in Kakamega. But all along, even with the resources that they used, they lost that seat to ANC member. So it tells you that Raila might have his support in Western, but that support cannot be credited to Governor Oparanya. But again, the politics that was played in 2013 cannot be compared to what is going to be played in 2022. Because if Mudavadi does not have that much value, then there was no need for President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Amolo Odinga to keep on calling him in these meetings, since they have a replacement of Musalia Mudavadi by bringing in Oparanya. But they understand that Musalia Mudavadi has been gaining grounds at home. So for that reason, the number that he got in 2013 cannot be the same in 2022. Raila Amolo Odinga was anticipating to have a meeting in Western region. And Governor Oparanya, being the deputy party leader, decided to start the planning earlier. ODM are always organized. They start their plans very earlier. So Oparanya called for a meeting. And if you go and check, like how the members of parliament normally attend that meeting for earlier preparation, Governor Oparanya had only 2 members of parliament who attended that meeting. Mama Elis Lihanda and another person. So no MP attended that meeting. And that was a message that they were sending to Governor Oparanya. Yes, Raila can come, have the mass to address, but Governor Oparanya cannot mobilize for him. It is a clear message. These people are just gravitating toward the ANC party, because ANC is trying to show leadership in Western. And for that reason, there are a number of people who want to associate themselves with the ANC party because it is seen as a party that can do well in Western region. So as I told you, Western region vote cannot be ignored. If Raila is running for presidency in 2022, he cannot ignore Musalia Mudavadi. He needs Mudavadi. And if also Mudavadi is on ballot in 2022, he can't ignore the effort from Raila Amolo Odinga. He needs Raila Amolo Odinga more than any other individual. That is the truth here. So, when you see more of Western region leaders in the State House, and you are a Luhya, you should not celebrate. There is a lot of division on ground, and some of this division is brought out by the senior politician in the country to make sure that they have a continuity of control in Western region. Because why couldn't we have any other Kamba like Alfred Mutua in State House meeting when there was a presence of Kalonzo Musyoka? Why is not any other individual representing in Luhya Nyanza to tag around Raila Amolo Odinga? It explained to you. So there is good number of votes in Western region, and even many people believe that Luhyas are the largest community in Western, But due to political issues, they will always want to put it like Central region is more larger in terms of population compared to Luhya people. The other problem with the Luhya people is that they are not registering to go and vote in large numbers. Once will come out with someone who will make sure that he has rallied Luhya to go and register in large numbers, then that is also going to change an equation when an election is called. So having this much bigger number of like 3 people, 4 people from Western going to State House cannot earn a respect to the Luhya people. They just need to have either one person. I think one person is enough to represent them. But once they have these 3 individuals, that is already a division. And when you are divided, you simply become a target. So Luhya as now is seen as a target of some individuals. So it is upon them to come together and have a single voice, take their vote on one side. If they are giving Raila, let them give Raila full vote. If they are giving William Ruto, let them give William Ruto the full vote. If they are giving to Musalia Mudavadi, let them put it at Musalia Mudavadi. And whichever place they will put, as long as they put all their vote, it is going to turn into something that will be respectable, and at the end of the day, they can have a bargaining power.